one of the things that I come away with when I look at these materials is that, women of color have a long history of being the first to speak up against injustice and inequity, and they have always been disproportionately punished for that work and that labor. And it is easy for us to look back on the long tail and recognize the injustice at the time, but in general, it's not often that we then celebrate the individuals that brought this injustice to our attention. So I'm really excited about this program for that reason specifically.
(19 CI 3088) Johnson versus Jefferson County Public Schools. All right.
Good morning. Matt Cupanel on behalf of the defendants. I'm standing in for Mayor Myers.
Okay. And Ms. Johnson.
Good morning, Judge.
Okay.
I apologize, Judge. Marilyn Shrewsbury. I represented Ms. Johnson in this matter and no longer represent Ms. Johnson, but was noticed on this motion, so wanted to appear.
Okay. Good morning to you, Ms. Johnson. And I'm not exactly sure what it is that you're asking. See, motion attached, originally scheduled for June 19th until notified. Humbly ask the settlement agreement signed be put aside and to claim breach of contract. All right. Does JCPS wish to respond to this?
Yes, we would. And Your Honor, we'd ask that the court set the briefing schedule, maybe ask Ms. Johnson to file the first brief because just as Your Honor pointed out, we're not exactly sure the issues that Ms. Johnson may be taking with the settlement agreement or sure what breach may have happened with that agreement. So if there's a way in which she could file that brief first, that would help us sufficiently respond to that.
So here's what I'm going to do, Ms. Johnson, because to their point and also to my initial point, I can't tell based upon what you've written or filed why you're asking to set aside the agreement, and it doesn't list what the alleged breach actually is. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you 20 days to write something up more sufficiently. You guys will have an extra 14 days to respond. They need to take me out about 6 weeks, please. And we're just going to set a very, very, very brief 15 to 20 minute so I can hear what everybody's position is.
Well, they have sent a brief to the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission in February of 2023, where they put a bunch of lies in there concerning me. So they already know from the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission what my position is, and they have submitted.
But you got to put it in front of me. I need to know, and you need to, your filing needs to be clear so everybody's on the same page, because I don't know anything about EOC. I don't know anything about that, okay? So you're going to put something a little bit, clarifying something for me. But you need to give me a hearing date that's about 6 weeks out.
Judge, let's go Wednesday, August 2nd at 10:30.
August 2nd at 10:30. Does that work for everybody?
I'm sure that does, Your Honor.
Okay, Ms. Johnson, is that going to be good for you?
I will be back at work as a teacher. So the 6 weeks kind of hurt me. It's my summer break.
Okay. Well, what I can do is I can shorten the time frame. If you can get something to me within 10 days, I'll still give them the same 14 days. And then Danita, see if you can give me something in July.
We can do July 26th.
Okay.
At what time?
At 10:15.
Okay. July the 26th.
That should work.
At 10:15. Ms. Johnson, you are to 10 days, and then the defense will have 14 days to respond. So I'll see you guys July 26th at 10:15.
And Judge, to that note, I have filed a motion to withdraw from this case. Ms. Johnson has not reached out for my services, so it should be before you for next week's motion hour. But
Okay.
while we have all the parties here, if there's no objection to that, I'd like to make that motion orally.
Yeah, we're not having motion hour next week. We got motion hour on July the 10th. But if you file it, Ms. Johnson is here, and if you e-file it, I'll go ahead and sign it.
Okay. Thank you, Judge.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank y'all. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Do you know why I have a Division 1 file here?
Your Honor, we would oppose Mr. Mauer's motion. Mr. Mauer's response to our motion to dismiss was due at the beginning of this month, Judge. Counsel never contacted myself or Mr. Berwick seeking an extension. He only filed this motion the day before his response was due. And then he failed to appear at his previous motion hour 2 weeks ago, Judge, on June 12th, so he refiled. He's now requesting additional time to respond, which extends past the hearing date that this court scheduled on July 5th for my motion to dismiss the third-party complaint. So he's asking for an extension beyond the time that we're going to be heard on this. Therefore, we're asking Mr. Mauer's motion be denied, Judge.
Okay, so vaccine.
Thanks. Tyson. Morning.